Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about Liverpool versus Manchester United on Monday night, and this is just a preview to the match and how I think the match is going to go, how we think we'll line up, etc. Now let's just get right into it. So United have had a very poor start to the season, 0 points from 6 with a -5 goal difference. Liverpool have also not had the best of starts of the season with a double draw where they've drawn to Fulham 2-2 and Crystal Palace 1-1. So they're currently not in the best start to the season either. They're currently sitting at 13th while United are dead last at 20th. But I feel like the game's going to go as many of us predict. I feel like Liverpool will get the first win of their season and kick off from there. But United do have a chance because Liverpool are currently having an injury crisis. They have several first teamers out of the first team, and you can tell that Liverpool fans are worried. Monitoring social media, Liverpool fans still feel they can get the job done on Monday night, but a few of them are doubting them, especially with Nunez getting that red card during the Crystal Palace game, which was a very stupid decision. Jurgen Klopp even said himself that he'll be punished, and it just surprised him because he said that he normally doesn't have a temper. But it just shows that Liverpool are very weak at the moment, weak mentality wise. They don't seem to have that winning mentality. But yeah, like I said, I feel like it's going to go a very one way, which is Liverpool's way. I feel like they're going to dominate possession. I feel like United are going to be very back-footed. Liverpool are going to press us very well and just constant relentless pressure. They'll be making a load of direct passes, keeping a lot of possession and just making a lot of forward runs, and United are going to struggle. It just depends on how Ten Hag is going to line up. Now, the way I feel like United will line up, I'm hoping that Ten Hag does change the team from Brighton and Brentford, because certain players that have started and played just shouldn't be playing, I feel like. And with the new signing of Casemiro, I don't think he'll be starting either. I don't think he'll be ready enough. He might be on the bench, but we don't know. His medical he's not been officially announced yet, even though the deal's already done. He's just pending the medical now. But I feel like we've just got to change the team. Now, personally, because we don't have a backup goalkeeper, I'd still run out De Gea. I feel like De Gea being our best keeper at the moment, you just can't trust Tom Heaton in a game that's so critical as this. And I feel like De Gea will have worked really hard to work on his mentality, to not make them silly mistakes he's been making, and probably training on his distribution a lot more. And I'm hoping that De Gea is the De Gea that he was last season, where he's making really good saves, keeping United in it until the last whistle. And I'm just hoping that De Gea really improves now for the rest of the season and starts getting them clean sheets, making them good saves, getting them 7, 8 out of 10s rating, out of 10 rating for performance. So I still back De Gea, even though Dean Henderson's doing quite well at Nottingham Forest. It's only been 2 games, and Nottingham Forest, I believe, will dip in form at some point. But anyway, right back, I'm going to completely change it, and I'm going to go for Wan-Bissaka. Dalot just hasn't been good enough for his last few games, and I feel like even though Wan-Bissaka hasn't been up to his best, I feel like a rotation is in order for Wan-Bissaka to be put in the first team. Dalot can go on the bench, but Wan-Bissaka needs a run out in the team, especially if we try to sell him or get a loan, so he needs to have that shine and try and get people's attention if they do want to buy him or loan him out. Personally, I'd sell him, but again, I feel like Dalot's been dreadful as well, so I would give Wan-Bissaka a run out. Right centre-back, I'm going to go with Raphael Varane. Now, I don't know why he's not playing. He is a 4-time Champions League winner in a world-class Real Madrid side, and he's also won the World Cup. He is a great defender, and I don't know why we haven't been playing him enough, because he's had a partnership with Sergio Ramos for the last 8+ years at Real Madrid. And then he came to us last season, was partnered with Harry Maguire. It just isn't the same. Sergio Ramos to Harry Maguire. Varane, you can tell the reason Varane is so poor in form at the moment is because you see Maguire step up and go too far forward and then doesn't have the pace to get back. Varane there is then a one-man defender and getting pressed by 2 attackers, 3 attackers, and he doesn't know what to do. Or when Maguire steps out of form outside the box and then Varane is then trying to cover his space, but then they'll be running where Varane will be marking, so then Luke Shaw has to drag where Varane is, and it's just a mess at the moment. But anyway, this is just a preview, not a rant about the players, but I'm going to just say put Raphael Varane in over Harry Maguire at right centre-back. Left centre-back, I'm going to go for Martinez. Now, I know Martinez hasn't been playing well at the moment. He's still adapting to the Premier League, but I still think he's a great player. I feel like he just needs to get that confidence, and I think playing with a defender as strong, as quick and as intelligent as Varane, Martinez, we'll see a different side to him, that's for sure. Now, left back, I'm going to drop Luke Shaw and put in the new guy, Malacia. Malacia had a great pre-season, and I'm not sure why Luke Shaw's still in the first team, but personally, I'd put Malacia. There is a debate about how with Malacia being about 5'8" and Martinez being about 5'10", they could be targeted by forwards or attacking midfielders for their height with the long ball or something. But I feel like their pace makes up for it, and I feel like Martinez is very decent in the air. He just hasn't shown it yet. I have seen it in the Eredivisie, but again, that's a completely different league. But personally, I'd put Malacia over Luke Shaw because Luke Shaw just hasn't been up for it. He looks really unfit, and I just wouldn't play him. I'd just put in someone with pace, and with Malacia, considering you're going against the likes of Luis Diaz and Bobby Firmino and Mohamed Salah, you're going to need pace because Liverpool can just make an attack out of nothing, and I feel like United need that pace at the back, and that's why we can't go for the likes of Maguire and Luke Shaw this game. Now, holding midfielder, I'm going to be playing James Garner. Now, I don't know why he's not played, but to me, he's our best holding midfielder at the club currently, apart from when Casemiro comes in. But I watched James Garner in the 2 games he played at pre-season, and he did something that I've not seen McTominay or Fred do in a United shirt ever. He was dropping between the defenders, allowing the fullbacks to go more forward when we're going on the attack. He was taking the ball off the defenders and passing it forward to the midfield, also passing it out wide. He's a very intelligent player for being as young as he is, considering he's only 21. And I'd personally play him. I know it's a big game, and it's very crucial, but I have the confidence in him, and I just feel like Fred and McTominay, considering they also don't track their runners, that's something James Garner does do. He knows his role as a holding midfielder, and I feel like Fred and McTominay, they just try to get forward too much when they're supposed to be defensive-minded players, and they're being played in a defensive-minded position. And I would just personally play James Garner over them two. Centre mid, I'm going to be playing a 4-3-3, by the way. That's how I'd line up. I don't think Ten Hag will choose this team at all, but this is how I'd line up. But anyway, I feel like that the centre midfielder should be Van der Beek. I feel like Van der Beek just needs to play. I don't know why he's not been playing. I mean, maybe you could choose Scott McTominay for height, but he's been dreadful, so you can't play him. You can't play Scott McTominay or Fred. They've been dreadful. And yeah, I just feel like Van der Beek is a very creative player, considering Ten Hag created him and made him the player he is. I don't know why Ten Hag hasn't played him as much. It's just sad to see that Van der Beek is yet again on the bench. He's a very talented player, and his talent is being wasted. You can't bring Van der Beek on for 5 minutes at the end of the game and expect him to create something, because it just won't happen. You need to bring him on for at least, I'd say, a full half of football, 45 minutes, or even start him. Because I think he's that good of a player. I still back Van der Beek as a very good player. And I'm not professional football, I'm not a professional pundit or anyone like that, but you do see a lot of pundits questioning why Van der Beek hasn't been played. Attacking midfielder, I'm going to go for Christian Eriksen, and I just believe Bruno needs to be dropped. Since he's got that new contract last season, he just hasn't been up to form. So I play Christian Eriksen over him because I feel like Christian Eriksen, yet again, is more safe in possession. He isn't as quick as Bruno, but I feel like Christian Eriksen is more accurate and more precise with what he does. And I just think Bruno at the moment is just very out of form. He is making very stupid decisions, with the likes of taking shots from outside the box that are just going nowhere near target. He's even hit shots in the box that haven't been on target. He needs to learn the basics again. He needs to screw his head on and just learn the basics again and just get back to the Bruno that we know and love. But this Bruno is currently frustrating a lot of fans, me included. Attacking options, it's tough because we have no attacking options. But this is the team I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for the front line and the right winger. I'm going to put Jadon Sancho. I feel like Jadon Sancho is a make or break season for him now, because we brought him in last season. He hasn't hit the ground, so I feel like this needs to be the season that he kicks on now. And I feel like with a possession type football that Ten Hag wants to play, I feel like Jadon Sancho is capable of playing that, and that's the way. I feel like Jadon Sancho suits the system. I feel like if you put Jadon Sancho in a Liverpool or Manchester City side, he'll blow it up. And I feel like Sancho is a very good player, he's not hiding his talent. I just think he's struggling for form at the moment and figuring out where the best places for him to play. Now, left winger, I'm going to drop Rashford and play Martial. I feel like Martial, even though he's been injured and he's come back now, I feel like you should just take Rashford out and put Martial in. I feel like Martial is more precise as a left winger. And I think that when he cuts inside, stays on the edge of the box, gets in behind, he's a very good attacker. And I know he prefers playing the centre forward role, but I'm going to tell you who my centre forward's going to be. I think you probably have guessed who it is by now, but yeah, Martial on the left wing for me. I feel like he'll do really well. And then striker, I'm going to go for, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. I feel like he's one of the only players that can change the game like that. He can produce something out of nothing, I think. He's scored long goals, he can score headers, he can score inside the box. Now, I know he hasn't done well for the last few games, but he's been in the graveyard shift. He just hasn't hit the ground running this season yet. And with not playing pre-season, not be getting used to the team with the family issues and stuff, I just feel like that Ronaldo has just been left behind a little bit. Now, I'm hoping Ronaldo stays, and I'm hoping that he can produce something on Monday night. But I feel like we're going to line up as this 4-3-3. I feel like Ten Hag will go for a bit of a different team. I feel like he will go for Dalot over Wan-Bissaka. I feel like he'll go for Fred or McTominay over Garner. I think he'll play Bruno at where I'm playing Van der Beek, and he'll play Eriksen where I put Eriksen, and probably put Rashford over Martial. But apart from that, I feel like he will drop Maguire, and I think he will drop Shaw. So he's making 2 changes there, but that's just what I feel like he'll set up as. But with the way I set up the team, it can also change into another formation. So we're starting off with the 4-3-3, where you've got the holding midfielder in Garner, but I know Van der Beek can play as the box-to-box role, or also play quite deep, and I feel like changing a formation mid-game to a 4-2-2. So we've got the back 4 as normal, but then you've got the 2 holding midfielders with Garner and Van der Beek, and then you can put Sancho on the right, Eriksen on the left, or cross them over, and you can also put in Ronaldo and Martial as the 2 strikers. I'm really looking forward to the game. My score prediction, see, I want United to win, but I just have no confidence. I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool. But I don't know. United are just that type of team that will lose to Brighton and Brentford and get absolutely played off the park, but then go and beat Liverpool like 2-0 or something. I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool. I don't want to, but that's the score I'm going to go for. And I hate to admit it, but I just feel like until these new signings we're supposed to be bringing in are coming in, I don't think United are going to get any better. And it's a shame because Ten Hag has been massively done over, in my opinion. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, share and comment. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know your score predictions down below. I really look forward to the game. Tell me who you'd start in your first 11 as well, who you think Ten Hag will drop, etc. I've really enjoyed recording this video. Thank you and see you in the next one. Goodbye.